Hey guys, Zephyrnix here, and I want to go ahead and go over something because I've been hearing this for a while now, and by a while I mean since the release of the PlayStation 3. And I'm going to speak on this because I'm really tired of hearing it. You want to know some interesting exclusives that are on a PlayStation 3? Well, exclusives that are on PlayStation 3. The biggest exclusive that I see is the bitch card. All jokes aside, I have never met a whole big bunch of bitches like the PlayStation 3 community. No, Zephyrnix, what are you talking about? Here's the thing. It's like every time something gets a bad score, instead of saying, well, maybe it deserved a bad score, oh no, you guys want to bitch, want to complain, and or cry and do whatever you want to do. I don't get that. And it's funny too because I always hear the same bullshit too. Microsoft pays these person. First of all, so you're trying to tell me, and I'm going to bring up, let me see, White Knight Chronicles. Since General G did make a video on this, you're trying to tell me that Microsoft paid off GameZone, Game Informer, Game Revolution, GameSpot, and IGN all to just to say, hey, give this guy a bad score. Are you really? Are you serious? They named all five. They got together all five people and paid them all $10,000 to give them all a bad score. You ever think for a second that the game is actually terrible? Let's go over to MAG. MAG got a Metascore critic of 76. Now what? Microsoft paid them off too, right? So you're telling me that Microsoft pretty much paid off. Let's see, who did Microsoft pay off? Edge Magazine, Game Informer, Teletext, IGN, Video Gamer, Eurogamer, EveryEye.it, Nine Lives, Cheat Code Central, PlayStation Universe. PlayStation Universe gave MAG a 75. Oh, but Microsoft paid off PlayStation Universe too, right? Game Nation, IGN UK, 3D Jegos, Eurogamer Spain. Everyone, huh? That's what I'm saying. You ever think for a second that the game is actually bad? And then to make it worse, if Microsoft was to really do that, you know what game they really would have spent their money on in order to make it look bad, to give it a bad rating? You know what game they would have spent their money on? Uncharted 2. I would think so. I'm nowhere near half the businessmen that Microsoft is, but I know for a fact that I personally would have targeted Uncharted 2. Point in case, it's not the fact that Microsoft is paying these people off. It's just these games are actually bad. Well, I don't want. I'm keep using the word bad. That's not really right because they're not bad. I've seen some of the games that they're actually playing. Most of the games that are on there are really bad. I've actually got to play White Knight Chronicles. It's not terrible. No, it's not. It has a lot of flaws in it. And for the love of Christ, it's made by Level 5. So, I mean, what else to say? You know? Level 5, you know who Level 5 is. If you don't know, do your homework. But seriously. So, I mean, that's the thing. I expect that if Final Fantasy 13 comes out with a bad score, which in my opinion, most likely that will be the case. It doesn't look very good. But I expect to see that a whole bunch of PlayStation 3 fanboys in arms going, oh, Microsoft made the game bad, despite the fact that the previous Final Fantasies weren't really that good and they were getting kind of stale, but still, Microsoft did it, right? That's what I expect to hear. Seriously, man the hell up, PlayStation community. I'm so tired and sick of listening to PlayStation fanboys cry and whine and complain. I said this in another video. I said instead of doing all that, instead of praising your system, for, sitting there, saying, whoa, I love my PlayStation 3 because of this, when there's too many other flaws with it, why not do something about it? Why not, instead of fighting a losing battle, by the way, because you're going to lose, not in terms of like the console war, but no matter what, you're still going to be suffering with the same exact problems that you have had before. And even with and then you guys constantly run over about Microsoft Business Sense and whatever. Well, here's the thing about that. At the same time, didn't Sony, so we just found out recently that Sony has had cross gaming chat all this time. They've always had it. I knew that was, I was like, the technology is not even that complicated. It's not even that complicated. I can cross game chat using my freaking VCR. Yet PlayStation 3, this cell processing chip can't do it? Isn't there a problem with that? Now you guys are making all kinds of excuses with that too. You were like, well, there's some legalities. Legalities? How the freak are you going to have legalities with cross game chat? That doesn't even make any sense. But yet I was quiet. I said, okay. I got quiet. I listened. You guys ranted, complained, and bitched, and made all kinds of excuses like you always do for Sony. And in the end, come to find out that, yeah, Sony has had cross gaming chat all this time. Reason why they didn't give it to you? Because they want you to pay for it. Now, am I hating on Sony for doing that? No, it's a pretty good business venture. I would do the same. I think it's a really good idea. You know, bring some money into this piece. But, whatever. Whatever's whatever. All jokes aside, enough of the crying, guys. And if you want to cry to someone, go cry to Sony. Leave YouTube alone and stop with all the whining and bitching and complaining and boo-hoo-hoo and all that stuff. Okay? 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 What else were they crying about? I mean, that's all. I mean, that's all. It seems to be. I saw that PlayStation 3 art. It seems that they have this big old bitch card where they make excuses and they complain about stuff. It's like, oh my god, I can't do this. Blah 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 blah. That's all you guys do. It's annoying. End it. You guys have a good night. Zephyrnix is out.